Ohio. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Buckeyes kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. He'll return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To throw, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Holds it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on him.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on. Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around. He's really proven to be a great back.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Offense in a bunch formation. Throwing, say it. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Finding some room. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Good timing on the quick out. Breaks into the open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Open on the right side, that's Smith. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. He now has 62 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. And the Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Jumped on top of the pile.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third down, here's Frazier. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Say it. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Say it. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. You don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Humphries. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a 1st down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job.
It's complete. And they're able to make the tackle.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to throw up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, get them tackled to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Big guy smells it. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Dogs!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Zayin throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll give to Frazier. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He now has 74 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Georgia! Great job by the back on the option.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Preseason rankings may not mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but the hype factor, man, off the charts when you start the season as the top dog.
Preseason #1 ranking, part of that because of the success last year, part of that because of the talent they have on the roster. But David, now you've got to go out and prove it. I know this team has been very hungry and very excited to finally do that today.
Yeah, and you're the #1 team, so you're getting a lot of pats on the back, and I think the coach is going to be like, all right, listen, let's go earn this. This team has done nothing.
Makes a grab and room to run. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Right back to the well. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Here's Sayin to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. Could not make his way to the corner.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Running inside. It's Jackson. There's a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Just going to keep it after the snap. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Frazier. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Once he got some room, it was over.
And How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throw it. Say it. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw it again. Nice grab in traffic. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On the ground, it's Jackson. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Conner.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tulsa taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Golden Hurricane with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there.
Here now a look at some other games.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap. You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're
could be an alley.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Snags it, and there's running room. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He might want another play. Lined up in the gun on third down, Sayin. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Maybe a crease. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got his man downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the run. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
At the 35, he's got room. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now, this guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and the guy this defense has got to be ready for him.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Say it. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's West. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Third and inches, and we'll have to wait for it as a timeout is called. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Stockton. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The give to the left. Might have a chance. The 40. Inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. This time he wants to throw. Got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Pocket breaking down. Get it out on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Booster.
Making side adjustments here.
Bubba. Go!
Again, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the transfer. 1st carry. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Got a 1st down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Booster. Flash. Go.
Sayin under fire. And down he goes.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin fires to the wideout, working that left side. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Tavian St. Clair, looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that third down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Gets it out fast. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. And they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
On third down, here's Frazier. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. St. Clair, bringing the heat. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Smith. Turning it on. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. The run inside. It's West. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to adjust the pattern. St. Clair going for 6. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back, with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Got his man on the right. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The give as they work on that clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Frazier again. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
On third down, here's Frazier. There's some room.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you've got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't have penalties. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have the lapses in concentration we saw today that led to them losing.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.